Thursday, March 26th. Today we're going to be looking at long vowel sounds. Long vowel sounds, the O. The O. So here we have our pictures again. Just like we did in our other video, we have our pictures. We have to figure them out. We also have our boxes. So here we have a tall letter, small letters. Just like when we did I, the long O sound, it makes the O. Like in bone. This is a bone. You give a dog a bone. B-O-N-E. Bone. Okay. We have our music teacher. She comes in, she teaches us about these. These are called, we're going to have an O. Each word's going to have an O. A long O. So, it starts with an N. No. Note. Note. So do your best to write that. Starts with an N. Note. And we're going to have our friend. We're going to have our friend that we call the silent, the magic. The silent what? The magic what? The magic E. Makes that O sound. Note. So here, this looks like a foot, but what's it pointing to? It's pointing to the big T. The big what? We have a tall letter. The big T. O. And once again, we're going to have our friend. We're going to have our friend over here. The magic, what is it? The magic or the silent? Right there. Here, what is this? In the water, we have a little B. And here we're going to have two vowels together. But we have the long O sound. So here our vowels are O-A. O. O. We have a tall letter and a tall letter. Here, make sure you wash your hands with S. Also, O-A. And then we end with a letter that goes down. So what is this? P. What is that last letter? How do I write that last letter? How do I write this sound? P. P. Okay. Here, this is a triangle, but here when it has this little circle on it, it's like a party hat. So it's not just a triangle, it's a three-dimensional triangle, and we call that a cone. We call that a cone. So I'm going to give you a clue. The first letter, so it's not a K, but what else makes that sound? K, K, N. And I'll help you out. It has our friend the magic E, the silent E. That changes the vowel, so it makes it the O, cone. So it's not a K, but what else makes that K sound? What else can make that K sound? Then cone, N. And then with each one, you'll write a sentence. And today we're going to do a two-part ELA. So two-part ELA. We have the long vowel sound. We have the U. We have the U. So we know that we're going to be having the U. We look here, and we actually have the word written for us. You're working on a project. You're going to use some glue. We're going to write as a sentence. Here in our next one, we have a box of, let's start with a J, a little letter, box of juice. Box of juice. We have that oo, U, Jew, juice. The long U is going to make the U. So U like unicorn, not U like umbrella. So juice. Here we have a bowl of, we have bananas and pears and apples. What do we call those? And it's going to pair up. It's going to be the U-I. Ooh. Starts with an F. Fruit. Fruit. So here, this is going to be the past tense. So if I said yesterday, this little boy, and he's blowing out the light on his candle, the flame on his candle. But how would I say that in the past tense? How would I say that from yesterday? Or from last year? It was his last birthday. Not that he blows out the candles. Say he blew, which is not spelled with a U, but spelled with an E. It makes that sound, but it's spelled with an E. So we have the B, the L, the E, the W. So this one was kind of a trick one. Because I would say, you see the breath coming out, blew. Here, though, the rest, we all have. This is another shape, cube. Cube. And we have our friend the magic, the silent. Gonna go there on the end. And with this too. So this is a test tube. Tube. How do you think we spell that? So we know the U's there. Ooh. Tube. Tube. We have the U. Tube. Oob. We have our friend the silent or the magic. And we're going to write a sentence with each one. For our math today, we have counting coins. Counting coins. So 1 penny equals 1. 1 dime equals 10. So this is also something that we'll begin learning a lot more of in 2nd grade. But it's great to start learning now. So we have all these coins. Each coin equals something different. Just like with the tickets. Like you can give me, if I make a super ticket and I say this 1 ticket equals 3 tickets. It's the same thing. So each one of these, it's just 1 coin, but they have a different value. So they equal more. They equal different amounts. So a penny just equals 1. It just equals 1 cent. But a dime, a little silver dime, equals 10 cents. Little copper penny, 1 cent. Little dime, 10 cents. So there's more coins than that, but the good news is, for this worksheet, we only have pennies and dimes. And they have presidents on the side. So these little faces, it's the presidents. The penny, does anybody know who's on the penny? President Lincoln. And then anybody know who's on the dime? President Roosevelt. So those are the 2 people on the dimes and the pennies. Okay, so, and all of the dimes have the same person, all of the pennies have the same person. The dimes are smaller, but they equal more, and they're different. They're different colors. So they're silver, and they look silver, and the pennies look copper. So that's how they're different. So we have to figure out how much is in here. So this can be tricky, but one thing we can do, so you see these, and you see they're facing different ways. So Lincoln, President Lincoln, who's on the penny, he's looking this way. He's facing right. So we see here, we look here, go, okay, well, how many people are facing right? So how many pennies are there? 1, 2. So one thing, we can just write the value. This equals 1, this equals 1. Here, President Roosevelt is facing left. He's facing left. So we can look here, we can say, okay, and that equals how many? That equals 10. So 10, 10, 10. Now we got to add these up. First, we're going to, so how many 10s are there? How many number 10s? Not the total yet. We're not the total. Not in all is the total. When I say this in all, But how many dimes are there? How many of these little coins are there? And another way we can think of it, so I'm going to color these red just so they stand out. Those are all red. All right, then I'm going to draw the pennies. I'm going to draw those blue. I'm going to draw the pennies blue. So how many blue coins are there? And blue coins equal 1. So how many ones are there? How many blue coins are there? There are 2. There are 2 pennies. 2 ones, 2 blue coins. And again, in real life, pennies are copper. But just for this, just so it can stand out better, how many dimes are there? And a dime equals 10. So how many tens are there? Or how many red coins are there? How many red coins are there? 1, 2, 3. How many red coins are there? 3. So there's 3 tens. We could say 3 dimes or 3 red coins. Now we have to add the total. Now we look back up here. So let's count. Let's count by tens. 10, 20, 30. So we have 30. And then how many singles? How many singles do we have? How many ones do we have? 1, 2. So what is 30 plus 2? What is 30 plus 2? 32. So here you have 32 cents. 32 cents in all. Okay. Let's look here. Let's look at the middle one. Let's look at the middle one. So we're going to write the value. We're going to write the value. So we have 10, 10, 10, because see, he's facing that way. So we have President Roosevelt. He's facing to the left. Oh, we got some over here. We have a lot here. Then how many pennies? The pennies, President Lincoln, he faces to the right, and they're bigger. We have 1, 1, 1. And just because I know it's a little hard to see, we're going to color them. So I'm going to color all the red coins, all the 10 coins, I'm going to color them red. All the pennies, we're going to color blue. The pennies equal 1, 1 cent. President Lincoln on the penny, 1 cent. So, how many tens are there? How many red coins are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so there I'm going to write 5. How many ones are there? How many 1 cent coins are there? How many pennies are there? How many blue coins? So I won't say, you'll have to write it. You'll have to write it. Let's see. 1, 2. All right. Now how many in all? So once again, we want to add. So we're going to add all the reds together. We're going to count by, because each one counts 10, so we're going to count by tens. 10, 20, 30, 40, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. 50 plus how many red coins? I'm sorry, how many blue coins? 50 plus, because each blue coin just equals 1. So 50 plus, and you'll write that there. So what's the answer? $53. We'll do one more just because I know these can be a little tricky. These can be a little tricky. So here we have 1, 1, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10. And remember the tens, once again, they're called dimes. The tens are called dimes. We're going to color all the dimes, all the tens, we're going to color them red. The pennies, the ones, the 1 cent coins, we're going to color blue. So now you count for me. How many red coins are there? 1, 2, 3. And where do I put that? I put it in the tens or the ones. A dime equals 10. The red coins equal 10. So how many tens are there? How many dimes are there? How many ones are there? How many blue coins? How many pennies? Put that there. And then when I add them, I'm going to count by 10. So I'm going to go 10, 20, 30. And then I'm going to add the singles, the ones. How many ones are there? So I take this number, I take this big number, and I add this small little number. And what do I have in all? What's my total? In all means my total. And I do that for each one of these. Now you don't have to color, that's just to help you out. All right, good luck, boys and girls. See you next video.